Alright, let's get the fucking bicycles out of here. You guys got bicycles in your game room? I don't think so. On your mother's ass. Got a package here from my buddy Phil. I don't know what he's trying to pull. I mean, he didn't even try to change his address. I don't know. He didn't even let me know it was coming. So, I don't know what he's up to. But, Jesus Christ, if you guys knew the TurboGrafx 16 and Sega Saturn collection that Phil has, I had the opportunity to, he gave me the opportunity to buy it years ago. And I'm so stupid. I should have just pulled the rug out from under him. But I got a conscience, and I said, you know what, Phil, hang on to those games. They're going to be worth something nowadays. Now he thinks he's like the fucking, the Sheikh of Saudi Arabia. You know, he sends me pictures and whatnot. You know, fuck you, Phil. No, all right, listen. He sends me pictures. He's got them all laid out in a room now. It looks like, you know, treasure stacked up in the corner. I don't know. Half of them I think are my games, to be honest with you. Some of those TurboGrafx games, I think they were mine. That Lords of Thunder, that's my game, Phil. And Vastille. If you have Vastille, you son of a bitch, that's mine. Anyhow. Yeah, so now he's like, you know. He thinks he's like video game Warren Buffett now. Anyhow, he sent me a package. Whoop! Shit. What is this? Jesus Christ. Look at this. BITHEAD1000 loves Nintendo Switch. Switch means person who switches between dominant and submissive roles. Oh, well, that's fantastic. And look at this. For my son. I'm the son of BITHEAD1000 and I love the Switch. Jesus Christ, Phil, what are you trying to do to me? Hold on a second here. Look at this. Now I can be a scumbag Nintendo fanboy. Hey, you know, they got over 100 devs working on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Hey, listen, guys, listen. If I'm going to be realistic here, I'm going to tell all Nintendo fanboys out there, I want to say congratulations, okay? You guys got a wonderful game in Breath of the Wild. I really mean that. I watched a ton of gameplay footage of it. I'm going to try to bury the hatchet here. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild it deserves Game of the Year, even though I don't know what any of the other games are. But it does look fantastic. I gotta put this shirt on because it's like 23 degrees in here. I will say it is a fantastic game. I don't think I ever said anything bad about Breath of the Wild. I was just bitching that the Wii U pushed back the release date. So there you go. Are you happy? Fucking Nintendo fanboys. Well, thank you, Phil. This is fantastic. I'm going to wear this to my wedding. And, you know, I really appreciate it. This is great. So anyway, go take some more photographs of your TurboGrafx 16 games and then text them to me. Rub it in a little more. Fucking prick. Okay, and we got another package, and this I can't believe. Here's a package all the way from California. You know what it costs to ship a box like this? This box has some weight to it. All the way from California. That's, you know, that costs a lot of money. And this is from Chris over at Classic Gaming Quarterly. He sent me a message telling me that he had a game for me, and if I was interested, he'd be willing to send it over. And I said, sure, that would be great. And funny thing here, it says ship to Tommy had you that used to watch the old show. I mean, here we got this guy, obviously an old fan of the show. Might remember Tommy Hagler. That was back when people used to actually subscribe to the channel. But anyway, and BITHEAD1000. You probably saw my address there. What am I going to do now? You're going to come and steal all my riches. Anyhow, let's crack this open and see what we got. Wow, look at this excellent package job. Jesus Christ, a package in a package. BITHEAD. Oh my God, this guy wrote a book over here. Alright. Here we go. Well, now, this is how we see how the Copeg, New York educational system has worked for BITHEAD1000. Hey man, sorry it took me so long to get this out to you. I've just been really busy. I could probably chew your ear off, but I'll keep this short. Yeah, okay, good job. I don't really watch much gaming content. Yours is one of the few that has really resonated with me, and I appreciate your passion, honesty, and humor. You're one of the most genuine guys on YouTube, or just that you have everybody fooled. You said something in a video of yours about knowing lots of people, but not having anyone to talk old video games about, and I can relate 100%. That's true. I think that's true with a lot of us. I think we're in a gaming is a rather taboo subject when you get out into the real world. I mean, I work with a lot of people, and I don't know anybody I can talk about my PC Engine collection with. I don't know anybody. I mean, even buddies of mine that were, even Phil, like into video games. I don't think I could talk to Phil about PC Engine. I think his eyes would probably just glaze over. I mean, he was into TurboGrafx and whatnot. But, yeah, it's a weird thing to be really, really into and really passionate about. And then, it's like you look around and nobody else understands. And I wonder about that with other people and other people's hobbies. Is there a guy out there that's into, like, I don't know, scissors? And he has, like, scissors, all these, like, a huge scissor collection, and he has nobody to talk about it to? Because can you imagine somebody coming up to you and saying, hey, I have this collection of scissors. I mean, you probably get in your car and drive the opposite way as far as you can away from the guy. I also really like the direction your show has gone in. Really? Okay, my subscribers reflect that. Most people don't watch your videos because they want to see garage sale pickups. They tune in because of you. Well, that's very nice of you to say. Anyway, now that you're thoroughly bored to death, enjoy the stuff in the box. All right, I don't want to say any more because it might reveal what's inside. Okay. What is this? This is an S-video cable. Not sure why. Whoa, here we go. All right. Wow, look at this. This is in great shape. It's a PC Engine game that I don't know the name of. I think it's called something something custom, but I'm not sure. But it is a shooter, and this is great. It's a hue card shooter. It's also on the CD. And I gotta say, when it comes to shooters on chip or CD, I actually prefer the chip versions better. Because I love chip music on the PC Engine. Chip music to me, for some reason, if it's between playing Raiden on the CD or playing Raiden on the chip, I'd rather play Raiden on the chip because I just love chip music. It's more nostalgic for me. And it's just something, I don't know, it just feels better. And since my CD player has broken down, I have such a new appreciation. I haven't talked about this yet. A new appreciation for chip games and people that collect, you know, exclusively chip games for their PC Engine, which is a very easy thing to do because the CD player is very expensive. And by the way, Classic Gaming Quarterly, Chris, I see that Duo RX you have, and I'm very jealous of that. Okay, there's some other stuff in here. Whoa, what the hell is this? TurboGrafx Turbo Chip by Sun Team. What is this about? Look at this. Whoa, what is this? Is like some type of overview of some TurboGrafx games? Whoa, look at this. Wow, it looks like there's a brief description of the game and a couple of screenshots here. Wow, this is really, really cool. Very, very cool. Oh, this is nice. Look at this. Awesome. I don't know where you got this. I never even heard of such a thing. This is awesome. Wow, I know what I'll be doing on the toilet. My legs will be falling asleep. All right. What else is in here? Whoa! Very, 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 very cool. Look at this. Some Hue card sleeves. Wow, you know what's cool about this? Guys, these are Hue card sleeves right here for your turbo chips. And what's interesting about this, I found that some of the games that I have, these cases, they start to get greasy. They start to get oily. It's almost like the oils inside the plastic start to leach out, and they leave like a moist coating on some of your games. So wow, always cool to have some extra chip holders. Very, very cool. Awesome. These will come in really handy because I noticed that. I'm looking at some of my games and some of them are getting like really greasy. So wow, nice to have some of these replacements. Very, very handy. Thank you very much. Oh, here we go. And here's a copy of Retro Gamer magazine. Turn to page 74. Sorry, when I wrote this letter, I thought I had post-it notes. No big deal at all. Because you know what? This is nothing compared to the slash that I put in it when I open up the bag. Alright, 74. Let's see what we got here. Oh wow, look at this. It's a whole spread on Slime World for the Atari Lynx. Anybody knows anything about Slime? Listen, people play Slime World for the Sega Genesis and they think, I don't know, they think for a half a second that it's the same. Even for the PC Engine. But this is the definitive version of Slime World. If you guys want to have a good time, you got an Atari Lynx, you gotta get Todd's Adventures in Slime World. It might be the best game on the system, by far. What a fantastic experience. Wow, look at this. It has other Comlinks party games. Warbirds, that's another classic. Checkered Flag is okay. Battle Wheels is okay. Xenophobe is alright. California Games classic game right there. Wow, look at that. Fantastic. Boy, does that bring back some nostalgia. Summertime. Playing with my buddy Phil. We'd link up our Lynxes together and we go around and you'd hunt for each other, and you throw a mega bomb, which was like the equivalent of like this thermonuclear bomb you would throw in the guy's chamber. And I knew Phil would be in one of these chambers. I'd throw one of these mega bombs in there and just hit the road, and I would start cracking up laughing. And he knew once I started cracking up laughing, he would start bolting, but it was too late by then. And you'd hear that wonderful Lynx explosion, that Atari explosion, which is reminiscent of the 2600, and you see that bright flash. And then you knew Phil was just a pile of ashes in the next room. Wow, fantastic. What good times. Guys, if you could get 2 Atari Lynxes together, they're cheap enough, and buy 2 copies of Slime World, get the comm link, and you're in. Wow. That's fantastic, guys. Check out Classic Gaming Quarterly. He has terrific, well-researched videos. Some of his best videos, I believe, are his launch videos, where he does he talks about system launches. Like the TurboGrafx launch was fantastic, brought back a lot of memories, a lot of interesting history with NEC, Hudson Soft, and whatnot that I never knew about before. Really good stuff, in detailed stuff, edited terrifically. I mean, he's got it's a wonderful channel, and boy, oh boy, talk about how ravenous people are to hear about the I think his Super Nintendo launch video has over 500,000 views. That's fantastic, and he hasn't even done an N64 launch video. Story of the N64 launch. When that comes out, God knows what's going to happen. People are ravenous for the N64. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know. I think there's a certain demographic of guy out there, certain age. People just want anything to do with the N64. So you're going to have tremendous success with that video when that comes out, because Jesus Christ, that's all I hear is N64. Even from people that don't really, that aren't really into retro video games. They wax so, I don't even know what to say. They go on and on and on about the N64, and so that's going to be really, really interesting. But what a fantastic channel. Chris from Classic Gaming Quarterly, thank you so much. So I just got done reading the rest of this letter, and this is a PC Engine controller extension. And now he says, I don't know if you have any need for this. Do I have any need for this? When I play my core graphics inside the living room, I put my core graphics on the coffee table, and the AV cables have such a stretch to the TV. And then my son is sitting there playing air hockey with the console, which is stressful enough. But then, anybody knows anything about the PC Engine controller, it's about, the cable on it is about as short as the NES Classic controller. So I'm always sitting on the edge of my couch, and I'm hunched over, and by the time I get done playing, I'm so frustrated and stressed out, and my neck is like in knots, and I got to take 3 a leave just to get off the couch. So wow, how fantastic, a PC Engine controller extension. This way maybe I can use the couch for what it's meant to be used for, and actually relax while I'm playing, my PC Engine. So wow, this is really fantastic. Everything here, absolutely fantastic and very useful. Thank you. And last but not least, let me take another swig of coffee for this, because guys, this is going to blow your mind, alright? Remember when I was YouTuber of the month? Anybody? Anybody? No? Well, I was voted Video Game Dad of the Week. How about that? Alright, hold your applause. Guys, I listen to a podcast. It's so funny how this stuff comes about. I started listening to this podcast, Video Game Dads, and actually, I didn't start. I got a message from the guys. They said, I've been looking for something to listen to in my truck. And I got a message from one of the Video Game Dads. He says, we got a new podcast out, we're 3 guys Ben, Adam, and Sean. We're all dads, and we play video games, collect video games and whatnot. We got a podcast, Take a listen, okay? Since then, it's become my new favorite podcast to listen to in my truck on the way to work. I listened for a while, and next thing you know, Ben calls me up. He doesn't call me up. He sends me a message. We want to let you know that you were voted as Video Game Dad of the Week. And what a tremendous honor, because I had listened to every episode up until that point, and I had become a big fan, but I never really got back to him to let him know, I've been really enjoying the show lately and whatnot. So to get news like that was a fantastic honor. These guys have a great show where they have segments of the show such as video game of the week, almost like a book club. They do a bi-weekly show, but what happens is either the listeners or they select a game for game of the week or bi-week, or game of the episode, let's say, and it's kind of almost like a random pick. It depends. Like the listeners can pick one or they pick one, and basically all three of them will play the game, and then they'll review it during the next show. Really interesting to hear everybody's take on a particular game and whatnot, and also introduce you to new games that you might not know about. So they got a great show, and then they talk about fatherhood. They talk about other things, and whatnot. And for me, it hits my demographic great, because I got my kid in the house there, and so anytime I can listen to guys talk video games. This guy Adam, I think he's got almost a complete Wii U collection, which is interesting. They talk about their collections and what they've picked up that particular week or whatnot, and so it's just really interesting, Listen, when you like video games as much as I do, you can't get enough, and it's really good to have a podcast to listen to, in the car, wherever at home. If you're doing something, jerking around downstairs or whatnot, I'll turn it on. And so that's it. It was a great honor to be voted Video Game Dad of the Week. I love it. They gave me a wonderful talk up too. I was showing my wife, I walk in, I say, hey babe, check this out. These guys are talking about me. And my girlfriend thinks I'm the biggest loser alive, so to hear you guys give me a talk up, and then I'm like, then I shut it off, and I'm like, no big deal, stuff happens every day. No, it's really fantastic. It makes me feel like a somebody, which always feels good, and I'm glad you guys watched the show, That's terrific too. But that's it, Video Game Dads. Check them out, great podcast. Anyway, I'm BITHEAD1000. You're tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization. And I'll see you guys next time. Okay. You like your new shirt? Okay. You want to say bye-bye? Say bye-bye. You don't want to say bye-bye? Here. Play the drums. See what you got. Come on, play the drums. Come on, play the drums. Go ahead. Come on, let's see what you got. Show everybody what you got. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit those drums. Hit them again. Hit it again. Harder. Harder. Yeah, there you go. Good job. All right, say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay.